Thank you, Jackie. Good morning, church. This week has indeed been a week of deep sorrow and loss for the people of Knox. Grieving is a difficult process. We all do it differently, and no one is very good at it. It's painful, and it hurts deep, deep inside. This week, we have experienced the hurt of grieving that 4 of our beloved members were taken from us in a very short period of time. Helen, Ernst, Rosemary, and Carlisle left us to be with the Lord. The coronavirus pandemic has added additional stress to the intense pain of grief. We could not visit or be with them at the end of their lives, or gather to celebrate their lives together. Yet, thanks to technology, we can share the memories that we had and feel connected. Helen's service uplifted us and made us feel that we are a family in good times and in sad times. Psalm 107:6 says, tells us that when we cry out to the Lord in our troubles, he delivers us from our distress. And we have repeatedly been reassured that God will never leave us or forsake us. In the midst of all of this sadness, we've had reasons to celebrate. Pardon me. This past week, Charlene, Megan, Malcolm, Julia, and Thomas celebrated their birthdays. And there are more who will be celebrating this month. So happy birthday to our dear Sam, to Hudson, Sarah, and little Emily, to brothers Graham and Gavin and cousin Aidan, to Jane, Bruce, Gia, Caitlin, Elma, Warren, and both Ray and Clarice celebrate their birthdays this month. So happy birthday to all of you. When I wished Charlene a happy birthday this past week, I expressed my hope to her that she would find something very special to do. And she responded, Lynn, I get up. That makes it a very special day. Thank you, Charlene, for reminding me that every day is special because it is a gift from God. During this season of Lent, in addition to deciding what we can give up for Lent, let's also consider who we can lift up for Lent. In your daily prayers this week, I ask you to lift up our people in hospital, Jane and Jim and Kent. And there are others like Noah who are recovering at home. And remember to and lift up our families who are grieving. Anne Marie specifically asked me in a phone call this week to thank you for your expressions of sympathy, caring phone calls and cards, flowers. They mean so much at a time, especially when one is grieving losses. I have shared with you this past couple of weeks some of the wonderful responses that we have had from our seniors about the blessing bags of hope that they received from Knox. Bags filled with goodies and information for Lent and the Easter season. A number of Knox families with children have also received Easter bags. Actually, they weren't just little bags. They were big, beautiful beautifully decorated shopping bags filled with activities for the children to enjoy throughout the Lenten season. These bags were assembled by Monica and Luella, Pam, and Christine, and they were delivered to the families before Ash Wednesday. Thank you, Monica, and all of those who helped to make this possible for our young children and grandchildren. It has been wonderful to hear back and to receive photos of just watching them enjoy the contents of their bag. And it's such a fun way to learn about Lent and Easter. As Monica says, and I quote, "We are always looking for ways to engage, encourage, and equip our families for worship at home." During a FaceTime conversation with our grandchildren yesterday, excuse me, my cell phone happened to ring. And Maisie says, "Grandma's phone sounds like church bells." That's because she works in a church. And Jan told her that his phone quacks like a duck, to which Maisie immediately replied, "Yes, your phone is quacking up." The joy of little minds and voices. Dear people, remember in all our times and experiences, Jesus is present. So call on him. Call on the name of Jesus. He is there. Stay safe. Reach out to brighten up someone else's day. And air hugs, really big, heartfelt air hugs to each and every one of you this week. Thank you.